It's time for Real Talk. Movies. Everyone loves them. And opinions, everyone has them. But your opinion is the one that matters. Real Talk allows you to become the film critic. So let's see if we agree on a film, or do we agree to disagree? Thanks for joining us for another episode of Real Talk. I'm Pamela Powell. The 88th Academy Awards will take place this weekend and may be the most watched Oscar show ever. Not because of the movies, though, but because of the heated discussion that has taken over the news regarding diversity. With Chris Rock at the helm, it's sure to be a wonderfully controversial and hilarious look at movies and possibly the Academy itself. But let's leave that to Mr. Rock, as I have Mark Mesrimus here to talk with me about our predicted winners in major categories. Thanks for joining us, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
Now, before we talk about the best picture of the year as what we choose and what we think the Academy will choose, let's talk a little bit, let's just gloss over what we think or who we think will win for Best Actor and Best Actress, because I think it's kind of a home run for each of these actors. What do you think?
I think there's two people working on their speeches right now, and they're engraving their names on the Oscars for actor and actress.
And they are?
They are Leonardo DiCaprio, and for actress,
I think it's going to be Brie Larson for Room. Let's talk a little bit about something that may be a little bit more difficult to choose, and that is supporting actor and supporting actress. Now, what do you think as far as supporting actor? We've got Mark Ruffalo, Mark Rylance. Those are my two favorites from Spotlight and Bridge of Spies, but there are others in this category as well.
I like Tom Hardy a lot as the villain in The Revenant. I've had a tough time with this category. Now I'm going to go with the sentimental choice. I think Stallone is going to win Best Supporting Actor.
Do you agree that he has the best performance, or do you think it's just the sentimental aspect of it?
Oh, I mean, come on, him against Tom Hardy? Are you killing me? Tom Hardy was.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
No, it's not the best performance of the five, but it is a very good performance, very understated, and he's playing Rocky, who doesn't throw a punch. I think he does a real nice job.
I'm going to go with Mark Ruffalo. When I saw Spotlight the first time, I was completely blown away by his passionate performance. I want him to win. Whether or not he will win is another story. We'll find out this weekend.
He's got a great scene. He's got a great scene where you see maybe the award or the nomination.
So how about Best Supporting Actress? We've got quite the array of characters.
We do. This is a real tough category. Now, I personally look at it as a two-woman race.
Okay.
And I'm thinking Kate Winslet and Steve Jobs are the favorite, and Alicia Vikander for the Danish Girl. I'm going to go with Alicia Vikander.
I'm going to go with Rooney Mara for Carol. I think her performance was heartfelt and deep. Not my favorite movie of the year. I didn't love the movie, but I think her performance is going to possibly garner her with an Academy Award.
We both could be right. They could say Jennifer Jason Leigh.
No. Please, no. All right, so that brings us to, let's go into Best Director next. We'll leave the Best Picture for last.
All right, we'll do that. And I guess the question here is going to be, will the director match to picture? That's going to be very interesting. Doesn't always happen. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go first here.
Okay. It's a toughie. I mean, anytime you have a great picture, you've got to have a great director. So it's really hard to disseminate between the two of those things. Thomas McCarthy, who did Spotlight, did a wonderful job, as did Adam McKay with The Big Short. I'd be happy with either one of those two winning, and whether or not Mr. Iñárritu can win for a second year in a row after Birdman last year for The Revenant, I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with Thomas McCarthy for Spotlight.
You know, I would love that. I would love that because I love Spotlight, and I agree with all your reasoning, those three movies, those three directors, so I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Okay.
I'm picking against the grain. I'm going to pick 79-year-old George Miller. I knew you'd be excited about this choice. Doing an action movie, I'm going to go with him. That's a little bit out of left field, but I think George Miller wins Best Director.
Okay, and so are you going to then predict that Best Picture is, please don't say this, that Best Picture is going to be Mad Max, please no.
Fury Road. Now, it's going to win a lot of technical Oscars, I think, but I agree with you. Between The Revenant, Spotlight, and The Big Short, it's going to be one of those three movies. I might be leaning to Spotlight. Do you have a coin I can flip?
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
And I wouldn't mind if Big Short won, but I think if I had to pick a movie that I really liked, I'd pick Spotlight would be from my heart. So I'll pick Revenant. That's
that makes complete sense.
That's how unsure I am about this category.
I think that The Revenant is going to take this award home. What I want to win would either be The Big Short or Spotlight. And like you said, I would need a coin to toss for either one of those two because they were both wonderful films in their own right, two totally different films in some ways and very similar in others in the fact that they're based on true events, as is The Revenant. So I think that The Revenant's going to take it home, but I want Spotlight or The Big Short to win. Yeah. You've got a little something going on that's special for the Academy Awards.
We do. We have a Predict the Oscar ballot that we have at all the Classic Cinemas theaters, and here in Kankakee at the Paramount in Meadowview. Our partner is the Daily Journal, and so it's very nice, and you get to pick 7 categories. And so if you pick all 7 right, you have to pick all 7, you are guaranteed to win 2 movie passes and 2 passes to Brookfield Zoo. But you could be chosen randomly for movies for a year for a couple, $200 gift card to a very nice dining experience, or a couple of, I think we give out $500 gift cards to our theaters. So we do it every year.
How can people get this form?
All you have to do is go to Classic Cinemas, any one of our locations, and fill out a ballot. You don't have to see a movie or buy popcorn, but we'd like you to. And it'll be through, I think, February 27th. It'll be the Saturday before the Oscars.
Very good. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing your insights on the Oscars this year.
Okay, and I hope you're right on most of your picks.
I hope so too. And that's it for another Real Talk. That is a wrap.